All right, today we're going to break down a really simple story, but one that has a surprisingly powerful lesson. It's all about an elephant, a rabbit, and this, fundamental truth about how our actions, the big ones and the small ones, can totally shape the world around us. So, let's jump right in.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes the biggest, most important life lessons don't come from some thick, complicated book. They come from these simple little fables we've probably all heard since we were kids. And this is totally one of those stories. It just uses two animals to show us something incredibly deep about community and, well, looking out for each other.
And this idea right here, this is basically the heart of the whole thing. It's this powerful promise, right? That the good you put out there into the world, it's never really gone. It just creates this kind of circle. So let's see exactly how that circle gets started.
All right, so let's start with the lost rabbit's plea. It all kicks off with an unexpected encounter in what seems like a really peaceful forest. But, for one little creature, it's anything but peaceful. It's actually a place of fear and confusion. And this one meeting, well, it sets the whole story in motion.
So picture this. We're deep in this big, green forest, and we meet Golu the elephant. He's this gentle giant, just minding his own business. And then he hears something. And behind a bush, he finds this tiny little rabbit just shaking with fear. I mean, the contrast is just incredible, right? You've got this picture of calm strength on one side, and on the other, just pure, raw vulnerability.
And I want you to pay close attention to Golu's first words here. He doesn't shout, he doesn't ignore the rabbit, he just asks this really gentle, open question. And calling him little one? Wow, that immediately makes the rabbit feel safe, It shows that Golu's very first instinct is just pure empathy.
In the rabbit's answer, it's just heartbreaking. You can feel the vulnerability. That one detail, sniffled, it tells you everything you need to know about how scared and desperate this little guy is. It's not a demand, it's just this simple, direct plea for help from someone who is completely and totally lost.
Okay, next up, an elephant's good deed. And the subtitle here is perfect, turning empathy into action. Because, it's one thing to feel bad for someone, right? But what really truly matters is what you do about it. And this next part of the story shows us exactly how Golu takes that compassion and turns it into real, actual help.
This is just a perfect breakdown of what it means to be truly kind. So let's walk through it. Step 1, he offers comfort. He just says, "Don't worry." Simple, but so powerful. Then, step 2, he provides a practical solution, transport. He lifts the rabbit right onto his back. But, and this is key, he knows he can't do it all by himself. So for step 3, he asks other animals for directions. He's not too proud to ask for help to help someone else. And finally, he sees it all the way through. He doesn't just drop the rabbit off, he makes sure it's safe and sound with its family. I mean, this is basically a masterclass in how to actually help someone.
Now, this is where the story gets really interesting. This is when kindness returns, and you can see the subtitle is The Circle is Completed. See, this isn't just a story about one good deed, it's about the ripple effect, the echo it creates, and get ready, because in a pretty dramatic turn of events, the tables are about to get completely flipped.
I mean, can you believe it? Literally the very next day, our hero, the big, strong Golu, is the one in trouble. He slips and gets stuck in a muddy pit. He's trapped, helpless. And the real irony here is that his greatest asset, his size and strength, is now the very thing that's making his problem worse.
And this is where you can really see the beautiful symmetry of this story. Let's just compare their situations side by side. The rabbit was small and lost. The elephant is huge and trapped. Both of them are alone, one scared, one helpless. The rabbit needed guidance, a direction. The elephant needs a physical rescue. So yeah, the problems look different on the surface, but that core feeling of being totally vulnerable, it's exactly the same.
And boom, here's the payoff. The tiny little rabbit, the one who seemed so helpless just the day before, he's now the one who kicks off the rescue mission. He sees Golu is in trouble, and he knows he can't do it alone. So what does he do? He uses his real strength, his friends, his community. He gathers everyone together, and all these small animals, working as a team, pull the mighty elephant to safety. The kindness has officially come back around.
So, what does this all mean? The story has come full circle, and now we're at the moral of it all. Let's really dig into why this simple little story has stuck around for so long. What's the timeless lesson here?
Well, there's actually a word for the principle at play here. It's called reciprocity. It's basically the idea of a mutual exchange, right? You do something for me, I do something for you. But it's so much deeper than that.
It's not just a nice idea. It's a really powerful social instinct. The kindness Golu gave, with no strings attached, it created a bond. And when he was the one in need, that bond is what brought help back to him. It wasn't a business deal. It was a relationship. And that's really the foundation of any strong community.
So let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. First, kindness is a choice, and it absolutely inspires more kindness. It's contagious. Second, help can come from places you would never, ever expect. Third, and this is so important, no act of compassion, no matter how small it seems, is ever wasted. And finally, it all boils down to this: the kindness you give is the kindness you get back.
And that brings us to one final thought, something for you to chew on. In this world full of elephants and rabbits, we all play both parts, don't we? Sometimes we're the elephant, strong and able to help. Other times, we're the rabbit, feeling small and needing a hand. So the real question isn't just about whether you should be kind, it's about completing that circle. I want you to think about a kindness someone has shown you recently. And then ask yourself, how can you be the one to pass it on?